Good afternoon, folks. Tommy O'Brien coming to you live from TFNN. Thanks for joining me for the final hour of the trading day. It's just after 3 p.m. Eastern time, folks. We got about 53 minutes to go until the start of trading, and there are no sellers in this market right now, folks. We got green across the board, and we are at all-time highs in an S&P of 72.41. Pretty remarkable. On March 30th, folks, you were trading 900 points lower. You're almost up 15% in the entire NASDAQ, S&Ps. The entire S&Ps we're talking about now, a 15 percentage point acceleration. I'll get there. The numbers, they got me jumping around, folks, but pretty remarkable. S&P's up by more than a percentage, up 73 points at 72.40. Now, the NASDAQ 100, I was like, wait a second, NASDAQ 100's up more than 15%, and they sure are. NASDAQ 100, from the March 30th lows, a 22,000 handle. So you're up right now 4,500 points. Wow. I'm ballparking, okay? Yeah, that's a 19.6, almost 20%. NASDAQ 100 since March. How about April? A 20% gain in the NASDAQ 100. It's a big day for AI. We'll talk about those, folks. But yes, NASDAQ up 0.9%. The Dow and the Russell leading the way right now. How's that for a Dow? You like that engulfing? Look at this. It's engulfing everything we've done the last couple of weeks. Quite a daily bar in the Dow. And that's because we're up about 1,200 points, almost 1,300 now from where we were at 2 in the morning. The Dow approaching 50,000 yet again. We're up 860 points, 49,872. And the Russell up more than 2% right now. How about the Russell? What was that, 74? 77 points off of the lows of this morning. You talk about a market, man. Whew. We got buyers and very little sellers right now. We had sellers on the opening bell. Quite a little head fake on that opening bell. The 10-year up about 9 ticks right now, trading at 110.21. And we get the 10-year right now at about 4.38. Okay, 4.38 on the 10-year. As I mentioned in that market update, we got dollar-yen action, and the dollar. Yeah, dollar weakening as the yen has strengthened. Now, there's more going on than just the yen, but that's a big move. The dollar was at 99, and we're at 98, just that quick. Okay, dollar trading at 98.03, down almost a full point. Gold contract up $77. That's 1.7% at 46.39. You got silver up about 3%, trading at 74.22 right now. And as I mentioned, how's that for a move for you? The yen trades from almost 161. How's that for a daily engulfing, right? Just take it all out, all the way back about the last 6 weeks. And on a weekly basis, all right, you take all that out, you take this out, we drive down. And so, yeah, the central bankers, the finance ministers in Japan putting out messaging that literally, we'll go over some of the terminology in terms of the words they were saying out there. Whew, I cannot imagine if we had somebody in our country, just the market reaction in terms of how strongly. They were literally like, if you want to get out, now's the time to get out, man. We are approaching an area that we're going to intervene. You want to sell, and now's your chance to do it. I'm paraphrasing, but yeah, the yen off 4 full points, off 2.5% at 156.35. We jump over the VIX. We might get a 16 handle by the time we're off the show, folks. 17.11. The VIX down 9% off a $1.70 at 17.11. All right, let's jump around. So Google, the big winner last night. Google's up 10%, up $32 for Google. Google now approaching a $4.6 trillion market valuation. Pretty remarkable. How remember when everyone was talking about, wait a second, man, is Google going to get left behind? Is ChatGPT just going to take over Google? No. Looks like Google will be just fine. Now, they have 12 billion shares outstanding. So every $10 is 120 billion. They're up $370 billion, 380, almost $400 billion is what Google's up 9% for a company with a $4.6 trillion valuation. We take a look at the chart in Google. You're gapping away, man. Look at this thing. Whew. You know, folks, if this is ever, okay, an A to B, C to D, man, I bring it up another $100 to 470. And the way this market's trading right now, folks, I was just going to I mean, look how you're blowing past the highs. All right, now what's going to happen here? Look at this volume. Yeah, we're probably not going to get there. So it's Thursday. We only have one trading day left. So technically, you'd be breaking above the highs on lighter volume here. The week of, on a weekly basis, February 2nd. But boy, that's a pretty decisive break. We're at 91 million shares this week so far. Yeah, you're not going to have that hit. Now, we're going to do some volume for the remainder of today. But as I showed you, when was that? Yeah, look at all this volume. That's what you're running into this week back here. Right? Their last earnings. You're blowing apart that. You're doing it with momentum, man. Amazon shares, we're dramatically higher, still in the positive, up by 0.5%, but Amazon was up to 277, up to 275. You give back some of those gains. You jump over to Microsoft numbers, down by 4%. You hit 398. We're trading at 407 right now. And the big loser of the day is Meta, down 8%. Zuckerberg, he's spending a lot of money, and he does not have as much to show for all that spending. You got Meta shares, touch that 600 price point. What'd we hit? Oh, man. Where's our man Basil Chapman? 600 on the dot. Look at that nice round number. We bounced from there. Look at that, 600 on the dot. We're at 616 right now. And yeah, you're testing the lows of November. We hit a low of 581.25 back then, and we just hit 600 on the dot. But as you can see, you know, you dip below there for the war low, we'll call it. But Meta shares off by 8%. Some of the other companies with their numbers, Caterpillar. Look at these numbers, man. Caterpillar up by 10.3%, up $84 for Caterpillar. What are we talking about for this company now? $416 billion company, and you're up more than 10%. You're up $84. Man, this company's adding $40 billion in market cap. Substantial, to put it lightly. Lilly, look at all these companies up double digits. Eli Lilly with their numbers up 10.5%. They're crushing it on their GLP-1s. Take a look at Lilly. What are we pushing now? $840 billion. Look at this, man. Lilly has almost a billion shares outstanding. 900 million. 893 to be exact. You're up $90. Lilly, my goodness, what they had? 80 billion, 85 billion to their market cap. We take a look at the heat map. Google. Yeah, Nvidia slightly in the red. Microsoft as well. Okay, but there's a lot of green on this board right now. Caterpillar out there as well, we talked about. Yeah, Meta in the red. Microsoft in the red. Some of the credit card companies. MasterCard off 3.8%. Walmart up 3%. We'll come right back, folks.